They had to walk 5 minutes to a place called A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. So the recipe book said that the way you make ice cream is you take 8 ounces of cow's milk, freshly squeezed, yuck, 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 3 tablespoons of sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. So Fred knows what an ounce is because he needs 8 ounces of cow's milk. And the abbreviation OZ means ounce. It's what we measure liquids. It's a U.S. measure. It's not a metric system measure. And Fred also knows, because he has Professor Elwood's handy chart in the back of the book, that 60 drops equal 1 teaspoon. Small t means teaspoon. 3 teaspoons equal 1 tablespoon, so that's bigger. 2 tablespoons equal 1 fluid ounce. We could abbreviate it like that. 8 ounces equal 1 cup. 4 cups equal 1 quart. 4 quarts equal 1 gallon. Okay, so your turn to play. This is from page 71. Write that down on your lined notebook paper. Question is Fred. Fred needs 800 servings. The recipe for 1 serving calls for 8 ounces, that's spelled, of milk. How much will he need? So you have to figure out if you have if you need 800 servings, and we know that for 1 serving you need 8 ounces. How much will you need? So you have to figure out how you would figure that out. Okay? So set up your thing and solve that for me. I'll give you a minute. Okay, so your number 2 question is how many, I left off the word many, but you won't be able to read that. How many cups will that be? And this is a hint, you're going to use division. 3 is how many quarts will that be? And you're going to use division. And 4, how many gallons will that be? And that will be division. You can come back to this page, but go forward so I can show you how you might be able to solve this. Okay, so here's an example on how you could do number 2. 1 serving equals 8 ounces, and if we wanted 80 servings, in this problem it's asking for 800, but if we had 80 servings, I would divide 8, I would take 80 here, I would divide by 8, and my result would be 10. So you're dividing what 1 serving is into how many you need to find out how many ounces or cups or whatever your measurement is that you're going to need. Okay, so let's say a question is asking about 8 cups. It wants you to find out how many quarts you can get out of 800 cups. We know that 4 cups equal 1 quart. So for example, if I was using 80 cups, that's not what you're doing, but that's what I'm doing, I would divide by 4 cups, and I would get 20. Okay, for number 4, I'm using a different amount, but we're talking about 80, let's say, for example, 80 servings, and we know that 20 quarts divided by 4 quarts, 4 quarts here, 4 quarts equal 1 gallon, and we have 20 quarts, so we're going to divide 20 by 4, because 4 quarts equal a gallon, and the question is asking me about gallons, and in this case I would have 5 gallons. Okay, for number 5, the question was a gallon of milk weighs 8 pounds. Oh, I forgot the mini here too. How many pounds of milk will Fred have to carry? And this is an example. here. We take 5 gallons, because that's what we figured out in the last problem, times 8. The 8 here. We had the gallons from problem 4. And the answer is he'll have to carry 40 pounds. Your answer has a different amount, so you'll have to work it out. But here's how you would resolve that. Okay, so you're going to answer yes or no. Whether Fred needs his car to carry all the ice cream ingredients back to the college. So you can look at question 5 and see how heavy that is and make a determination. Yes, he'll need his car, or no, he will not. Okay? And a hint would be how much do you weigh? And could you carry yourself? Huh? Huh? Weird question. And finally, practice